All right, let's just jump right in. For as long as humans have looked up at the night sky, we've asked that big question: are we alone? But lately, that question's kind of shifted, hasn't it? It's become something way more practical. We're not just looking for life anymore. We're looking for a new home. And that's what this is all about: the incredible search for Earth 2.0. And that really is the heart of it all, isn't it? Are we searching for a brand new home? Is this whole thing just about, pure scientific curiosity? Or is it something deeper, a need for a fresh start? The truth is, it's complicated, but it's a question that has scientists all over the world completely captivated. So here we are, the search for Earth 2.0. The quest is officially on. And I want to be clear, this isn't some sci-fi movie plot. This is real. We're talking about a massive global effort with scientists digging through data from the deepest parts of space, all looking for another habitable planet. And the key to this whole incredible hunt? It all comes down to one little word: exoplanet. So, what is an exoplanet? It's actually pretty simple. It's just any planet that exists outside of our own solar system. And there are some real rock stars in this field, like Dr. Jessie Christensen. She's an astrophysicist over at NASA's Exoplanet Science Institute. And honestly, her work has been a total game changer in helping us wrap our heads around these far-off worlds.
But hang on. How in the world do you find a planet that's light years away? I mean, we're talking about a tiny little speck in an endless sea of black, right? Well, it turns out scientists have come up with some seriously clever ways to do just that.
Okay, so first things first, you have to know where to even start looking. And for that, they turn to something called the Goldilocks zone. And yeah, it's exactly like the fairy tale. It's the area around a star that's not too hot, not too cold, but, you guessed it, just right for liquid water to exist on the surface. And it's pretty wild to think that here in our own solar system, Earth is the only planet lucky enough to be in that sweet spot. So once they find a star that has a promising Goldilocks zone, they pull out their main tool. It's a technique called the transit method. And this is the real workhorse for finding exoplanets. The genius of it is just how simple the idea is. So here's how it works, and it is just brilliant. Step 1, scientists basically just stare at a star. They measure its brightness, which is usually super steady. Step 2, they wait and watch for a tiny, tiny, regular dip in that star's light. And what is that dip? Well, step 3 is realizing that it's the shadow of a planet passing in front of its star, a transit. And just from that little flicker, they can figure out the planet's size, how it orbits, and sometimes even what its atmosphere is made of. It's like being a cosmic detective, for real. And this method, it kicked off an absolute revolution in astronomy. I mean, the first exoplanets were found way back in '95, but the whole game changed in 2009. That's when NASA launched the Kepler satellite. For 9 straight years, Kepler just stared at one little patch of the sky, and what it found proved that our galaxy is, well, it's literally teeming with planets. So, what have Kepler and all these other missions actually found? Honestly, the results are nothing short of mind-blowing. It turns out the universe is weirder and way more diverse than we ever could have dreamed up. Just try to wrap your head around this number: over 5,000. Since 1995, we've confirmed more than 5,000 exoplanets. 5,000 brand new worlds that we didn't know existed. And the crazy part? We are just getting started. This isn't just adding a few dots to the map. This completely redraws our map of the entire universe. And the kinds of worlds we're finding, oh man, it's just wild. We're talking about fiery lava planets, worlds with 2 suns just like in Star Wars. And get this, planets where scientists think it actually rains liquid glass. Sideways. It just goes to show you that our little solar system is just one possibility out of, well, countless others. But for all those thousands of weird and wonderful worlds, the big prize, the ultimate goal, is still to find a planet that's, well, like ours. And so far, among all those discoveries, there's one that really, really stands out. Let me introduce you to Kepler 452b. It's often called Earth's cousin, and for good reason, because in the grand scheme of the cosmos, it's one of the most similar planets to our own that we have ever found. So, what makes it our cousin? Well, Kepler 452b is a bit bigger than us, about 1.5 times the size of Earth, and it orbits a star that's a whole lot like our sun. But, and this is a big but, there's a catch. It's 1,400 light-years away, over in the Cygnus constellation. So yeah,
we won't be packing our bags for a visit anytime soon.
So finding a cousin is amazing, but it's not the end goal, right? The hunt for a true Earth 2.0, an actual twin, is still on. And believe me, the next chapter in this incredible story is already getting started. And what's driving this next phase is some incredible new technology, like the upcoming Habitable Worlds Observatory. Now, this isn't just another telescope. NASA is designing this thing with a very specific mission to not just find planets that might be like Earth, but to actually study them, to characterize them. This could get us closer than ever to answering that ultimate question: is there another Earth out there? But something funny happens when you spend all this time looking out into the stars. It kind of forces you to look back at ourselves. For all this energy we're spending to find a new world, it really makes you think, what about the one we've already got? And that leaves us with this huge, profound question, doesn't it? This whole search for Earth 2.0, it's not really just about astronomy or finding new planets, it's about us. It's about the future of humanity. Before we jet off across the galaxy to build a new civilization, can we figure out how to solve the massive challenges right here on our own planet? I mean, think about it. What good is finding a new home if we haven't even learned how to take care of our first one?